Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we are live this evening in UFRL for the 100% tier. And tonight it is held live from Imola in Italy, formerly known as the San Marino Grand Prix, of course. Through the 1990s. Let's see how the likes of the Bird is doing tonight as he is in the Kicksauber again. And as the first and only driver currently out on the circuit, just entering into Sector 2. Who will be the second driver to join him out on track? We'll wait and see. But it should be an interesting one. I think the Bird may imagine himself as one of the favourites. He typically is anyway. But I'll be interested to see who will be able to challenge him. I think Deck is normally up there in the Haas, and then Rusted Bolt, Mr. Poem possibly. Merck has a decent chance in the Alpine. Hazer, of course, don't forget about him. So yeah, plenty. Lynx obviously as well, Kicksauber. So plenty of contenders. But first of all, it's all about getting pole in this 18-minute session, followed by the full 100% race distance for all 15 drivers to navigate through. The Bird then just exiting out of turn 18 and 19 and will kickstart his lap right now just across the line and using some of that battery down into turn 1 and actually what is known as turn 2 in fact, just here at turn 2 then, getting onto the curb as well and no invalidation, takes it quite nicely. So yeah, let's see how the Bird can get on then. As the driver just moved Van out of the way there, that was an Alpine, but he'll see what the Sector 1 split will be as the Bird runs wide into the gravel. So a 25-2, of course, it won't be a full-on lap, and he's totally aborted mission there. So the Bird making a mistake going into the gravel through his first official run. So that will then take us away to a Williams, or an Alpine. As an Alpine, it will be Mr. Poem. Mr. Poem is out quite early, as is Merck, meanwhile. You often see Mr. Poem and Merck in the pits for a little bit longer. It's interesting that they're both out very, very quickly here in qualifying. I don't know if that means we are due for any rain or anything like that, any adverse weather conditions. But Mr. Poem and Merck heading straight out is something you don't often see. So we'll wait and see what they can do. I mean, most drivers are already out. There's only a few in the pits. Woody, Baker Gaming and Havoc Connor and Destroyer Jack. The Bird 20.5. Black may very well be beaten, but it won't be beaten by Mr. Poem. But what about Viking Fox? He has a chance to go quickest on this run, of course, just heading up through the Sector 2 split, which is a 50.3. You would expect Viking Fox to be able to go quicker than the Bird, given the Bird did, of course, head into the gravel on his opening lap, but he is just about to head towards turn 17 and 18, now the double left-hander, and avoiding the gravel on the outside, of course, which you've got plenty of gravel here at Imola, which is something you definitely want to avoid. But here is Viking Fox, and it is a 15.8, and that is enough to go P1, of course. Hazer amongst the next driver's deck has invalidated just behind him. We're going to go towards Willie Fernandez in the McLaren this evening, using all of his deploy, and he goes quickest there. So great effort. Hazer is invalidated as well, but Willie Fernandez 1:15.7 is currently on for a P1 ahead of Viking Fox and the Bird. But we have got Merc here, you've got Lynx Peace, you've got the Bird again, and the Bird does go quicker. 14.6 this time for the Bird, and the Kick Saber, as you would anticipate, goes to the front of the field. Merc has invalidated his run as well, so unfortunately, potentially ran wide either through the chicane, which was down through turns 14, 15, or maybe at the final corner at turn 18. I imagine it was more likely out of the chicane, however. I'm doing my engine penalty says Woody saying he's doing an Iceman. Even though you don't need to serve an engine penalty, of course, but you know, why not? I would recommend to go out on track, even if you want to start last, maybe just get some laps in on the Aston Martin car, just to get acclimatized. That's the word I'm trying to say. Epic Frenchie then. Still out there, but he's in the Ferrari and has invalidated. Let's go and have a look towards Deck. Again, also invalidated his previous run, so he'll be hoping to push up there towards his championship rival Le Bird in this Grand Prix. Rusted Bolt, however, is the closest challenger to the Bird at the moment. But let's see what Deck can do across the line. It's a 14.9, goes into P2. Only 3 tenths behind the Bird, who is into the pits. Destroyer Drac Hazer, who is going slowly now, Hazer, so that'll be his effort over. Epic Frenchie is into the pit. Havoc Connor about to start a lap. Let's go back towards Destroyer Drac. Oh, no, never mind. We won't go towards Drac. He's just invalidated as well. A lot of invalidations occurring here. I have to admit, so far, more invalidations than we are used to. So that could really suggest penalties are going to be incurring here. And then again, Imola can clearly be a track. Penalties will be challenging for the drivers to avoid. As Havoc Connor will require an invitation back into the lobby. Right. Let's get on with him. Havoc Connor, there you go. You might need another one. If he does, let me know. But there's an invite for Havoc Connor. Right. There's a slow moving Alpine. I do believe that will be Merc or Mr. Poem, actually. Yeah, it's Mr. Poem. I think he just ran out of fuel. Oh, let's nip and tuck. There you go, just ahead of the Haas who was starting a lap. That was very close, wasn't it? So let's see Declan again going for another run. Don't want to get into anything at turn 1. That will get taken over Tuesday. Very true. Fair point, Woody. Doesn't want a penalty hanging over for the Tier 2 race. Obviously, Haas trying to catch up to the likes of Mercedes and Visa RB in the main tiers Constructors' Championship. So, yeah, certainly don't want any penalties hanging over for that one. 4 races to go, of course, or 4 rounds to go in the main tiers, tiers 1, 2 and 3. And the combined constructors are starting to heat up at the front of the queue. Mercedes and Visa RB do have a good gap at the moment, a healthy gap over Haas, but the gap seems to be closing every single week. And Haas look good to be involved in that title race come the end of the season. Again, the last race in all the tiers will be double points as well. So that will open up the door for Haas and any other team and any other driver to compete for a championship. Still hoping that Merc can get his lap time in. You've got Bolt as well, he's invalidated. Basil, unfortunately, not getting a run. Viking Fox is only up there, so we're going to go back towards Merck then. As he will be the next driver to set a lap, burning all of that fuel as well. Has he got enough fuel to get to the line? No, he's not. He has run out of fuel, so unfortunately for Merck, not got enough, and he's into the pits. Stays P12 and not got a single lap in, despite being on those tyres for 3 laps. That's a long time to not get a lap in due to invalidations, I have to say. But there you go, Merck has a lot to do. Epic Frenchy in a Ferrari. He's got a couple of cars ahead of him, a McLaren. Willie Fernandez, that would have been, and now he's got a Ferrari, his teammate Bakey Gaming. Is he on a lap, however? He is. The 2 Ferraris are running together, but they are both using their hot lap. And this is going to be interesting. What if Frenchy catches up to Bakey Gaming here? Is he going to? This is going to be pretty close. Let's see the slipstream that he may get. He sort of pulled out of the slipstream a little bit there. I don't think he'll catch him, but it's going to be pretty close. As you can see here, just down the straight. But yeah, the 2 Ferraris seem to be working together. We're going to quickly go towards the bird, but never mind, he's invalidated again. Problems being caused here for the bird. He's not making it easy for himself. Good evening, Ziggy. Hope you're doing well. And good evening to Mr. Poem as well. And Epic Frenchy P7. Bakey Gaming goes P10 for the 2 Ferraris. So yeah, Epic Frenchy was over a second faster there than his teammate. Let's see further down, Destroyer Jack starting or finishing a lap rather, 1:15.4, and slots into 4th position. Behind Mr. Poem there by a 10th as well. Willie Fernandez up by almost 4/10 of a second through sector 1. It's a healthy gain that could really see him close the gap towards the bird and deck. He has been getting quicker these past few weeks. It's almost since Christmas where he's looked pretty good. Obviously on Wednesday night in tier 3 it wasn't exactly the most ideal race for Willie Fernandez. In the end finished behind his teammate Mrs. Poem. But still, good points for the Mercedes in that Grand Prix. As they look to retain their championship, and Willie Fernandez will look to secure back-to-backs as team principals as well. So let's see if he can do that. Everyone's saying each other's name. What are you saying, Ziggy? So is Mr. Poem. Okay. Willie Fernandez to the line. It's improving. What's he going to do? It's enough for P4. And it's only just behind Mr. Poem, who remains in the pit lane. So great effort there by the McLaren. Destroyer Jack has invalidated Deck going for another run. The Bird's back out on track. He's getting a lot of laps in here, the Bird. 6 minutes to go, so he probably can do this lap, finish it, and get himself into the pits for one final run. We'll wait and see if he does that. Hayes is also on a lap, so we'll keep a watch on him. What about Havoc Connor? He has unfortunately invalidated his time. So let's go towards Hayes and then through the middle sector, using a bit of overtake as well. 50.7 through the sector 2 split time. Are you not racing, Mr. P? Says Ziggy. Yeah, well, there you go. Currently in 4th. I think he'll just by this time there as Hayes just run wide, but as you can see, does not invalidate the game, determining that he stayed wide long enough. 1:16.3. Okay, that makes sense there. 1:16.3 for Hazer. Obviously didn't put in a particularly effective lap time there. Good evening to Destroyer Jack. Hope you're doing well as well. Good to see the comments flying through. As you can see, we are live across both Twitch and TikTok this evening. The Twitch is UFRL Formula 1. The TikTok UFRL_F1. So we are live across both platforms. Decro does go quickest. It's a 1:14.5 for the Haas. And it's just half a tenth up on the Bird now, who drops to P2. Link's Piece is third fastest at the moment as well. So the Kick Saubers still delivering, as they do tend to do as well. But they've got a bit of pressure on, with Deck putting in strong and effective lap times. Let's drop towards the Visa RB as Basil unfortunately has invalidated his time, but you've got the Mercedes of Viking Fox, who slots into P3 now, 1:15.0. So the first driver into the lobby tonight, and he's up onto the second row. So great effort there by him. Can he compete for pole as well? 4 minutes to go. He's just going to try and get himself into the pits. He may very well just about have enough time as well to get into the pits and get back out for one final run. The bird is still out on track. Is he going for a final run now, or is he going to go into the pits? He's been out quite a few times tonight, and he's going to go again. This will be interesting. See what the bird can do. Pushing on that battery as well, but an interesting strategy for the bird to push again. 4 minutes to go. It's going to make it really tight for him to get into the pits if he does make a mistake here. And you don't really want to be using all of your soft tyres either. Because if there's a late safety car, you don't want an extra lap on those. And he's gone! He's invalidated! He's gone wide! And the bird is at risk here of not getting pole. And that could be massive here. He's going to have to use another set of tyres, you'd imagine now. He may well have not wanted to do so, but he's going to have to. How do you stream on both at the same time? Looking to do it for my league. Use OBS, personally. Got to use OBS for it. I use Streamlabs to do it. But yeah, Streamlabs should do it for you. Yeah, the bird. Well, let's see what he could do. He will be able to get himself into the pits or even go again on the same set of tyres. The only negative for him, he might get a bit of traffic on this lap, so he needs to be a bit careful of that. There's a few drivers just heading in around turn 2. Yes, turn 2, not turn 1. Hello, Sorkis. Hope you're doing well. And let's see then, the bird is going to run again on the same set of tyres, so he's not risking going into the pits, and he wouldn't have had enough time, I don't imagine, either. You're welcome, Jamie. But yes, let's see what the bird can do. An epic Frenchie as well. Is he on a lap at the moment? He is, and gaining by 7/10 of a second here in the Ferrari. So let's see what the horse can do. And let's see, we're heading round at turn 17, and now out of 18. And last of all, 19, and to the straight it goes. Epic Frenchie is up into the top 5 now with 15.2. Just behind Link's Piece as well. Good lap there by the Ferrari. But let's head back towards the bird then. The Visa RB allowing him through. What can a Kick Sauber do? Is he going to do enough? No, he's not! He's invalidated again! And the bird, has he got enough time? Wait, he's not going to have all the battery. Somehow he's got to recover the battery, but he's only got 1.5 minutes. I don't think... I mean, he can go around for one final lap, but look at the fuel as well. The fuel light is on and flashing. He's burning the battery. But he's not going to get round to go for one final run. This is it now for the bird. 1:10 to go. He's into the pits. The bird is not going to get pole position. Deck is on for pole. Viking can contest. Lynx can contest. What about Poem? What about Merc, who has yet to really set a proper lap in? The bird retires. Woody retires. It's all up for grabs here at Imola now. The favourite will not take pole position. Incredible. Link's Piece starting his lap. 40 seconds to get across the line to go for one final run. You've got Merc just starting his lap as well. Mr. Poem not improving on his provisional 1:15.3. If he can find a 10th even, he would jump above both Lynx and Frenchie and rise into the top 4. Woody says come on deck, of course. So let's see. Anybody going to contest there? Viking Fox starts a lap as well, but we're going to see Mr. Poem over the line here. Out turn 18 and to the line for Mr. Poem. Is it enough to go quicker? It is. He goes to P5 ahead of Epic Frenchie, who's only into the pits now. So Frenchie has been out-qualified by Mr. Poem. And also the Williams of Russell Bolt starts his lap. Is he the final driver to get a lap in? Yes, he is. The checkered flags are out. Basil has invalidated. It will be P12 at best for him. Then you've got the Mercedes. Havoc Connor has also invalidated. He goes straight on. So Havoc Connor will start P15 behind Woody. Next up is Merc. And he normally is a contender for at least a second row. But what can the Alpine deliver here in qualifying? Can he outpace Deck and the Bird and go quickest? Can he compete? Here he comes. Out turns 18 and 19 to the line. Merc. Has he got enough in him? It's only P7 for Merc. Not a lap he was expecting. Hazer going slow. Down in P10 for Hazer. That's quite remarkable. Viking Fox then. He's going to be one to watch, burning the battery to the line. 14.5 to beat. Viking Fox 49. He goes third fast as he does improve as well. Willie Fernandez will be next, but he's not going quickly enough. He's into the pit. Next up, who is going to be next? It's Mr. Poem, but he's also not going to be quick enough. Rusted Bolt is on the lap, but he's invalidated as well. It's invalidations all over. Deck into the pit. Link's Peace also invalidates, and pole position is secured by Deck. The bird holds on to P2 as well. Well, I mean, the ending was not quite as good as what we were hoping for, but the Deck, he won't care. He's on pole position and outpaces the bird. But the bird getting that invalidation, he did struggle a lot in qualifying, I've got to say. I know he gets P2, the bird, but he normally is a lot more tidy than that. So let's see what he can do in the race. But if he's invalidated that often in qualifying, how much is he going to get warnings and potential penalties in the race? Jar Jar saying Jack and Woody representing Aston Martin, of course. Yes, indeed, they are. It's P4 for Jack, P14 for Woody, but Deck ahead of the bird, and that'll be your front row. Half a tenth rather, splitting the pair. Viking Fox, an excellent P3 from Destroyer Jack. Link's 5th from Mr. Poem. Epic Frenchie just behind. You got Merc, Woody Fernandez, Hazer only 10th fastest in the Haas. When Rusted Bolt, Basil, Bakey Gaming, Woody, and last of all, Havoc Connor will start in P15. And that is your grid for the Imola Grand Prix. We will have a 5-minute break before we kickstart the full 100% race distance. Let's pop it into the lounge as well, so all the drivers know. They'll know already there's a 5-minute break as long as nobody readies up. 5-minute break, and we will go at, go at 20:32. I think that's fair. There you go. 20:32 is the time we will be due to go. So we'll have a 5-minute break, and I'll be back in just a moment. Right, we are now back. So again, about 2 minutes to go until we race, or just over 2 minutes. In terms of the standings, the bird has got the lead. Rusted Bolt is in P2. The gap currently stands at 24 points between the two drivers. So Whether or not Russell Bolt can catch him, it's going to be a massive challenge. He'll probably need to hope the bird has a retirement or two along the line of the last 5 races. But anything can happen. Deck also is 66 points behind, and that is in the main sort of elite tier. And then in the development tier, Destroyer Jack has got a big advantage as well. He is 67 points clear in that one, ahead of Boy Knockout. And Boy Knockout's not racing, and neither is Iceman, who is P3. So Destroyer Jack will certainly open up that advantage, or at least retain it, even if he retires. So he is likely to win the development tier. But yes, that is so far what is going on for the race. But so the Bird and Destroyer Jack are the two leading their respective championships. 2 minutes to go until we'll start this race. I'll prep the message in the racing lounge. Good evening as well to Gianni. Hope you're doing well. It would be nice to have you back racing at some point again. But yeah, hope you're doing good either way, mate. Right. I'll just prep the message for the drivers to ready up in a minute's time. They'll probably be like, oh, why do you keep tagging everyone? Well, I'm tagging everyone because it's easier. Because you've got reserves in place, that's why. The reserves don't normally have a tag for it. Right, any other important messages that I need to check for? Enters water strat. Yes, it is. Right. So yeah, we're going to have about 30 seconds, I'd say, from now. And then drivers should be starting to ready up. Matthew Wrightson. Not sure who Matthew Wrightson is, Carlito, but no. Good name. Great wrestler back in the day, by the way. Or at least had a bit of entertainment, that's for sure. Right, what's the time now? 32, so that means drivers can begin to ready up. Right. So again, we've had the 18-minute qualifying session, Deck pipping the Bird to pole position. But now it is time for the main event. And it is the full 100% race distance. Realistic car performance as well, not equal. That'll be going for next season, however, it will be back to the equal car. I say back, for the first time it will be going to an equal car system. But there you go. And here we are in UFRL, the 100% tier. It is 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go! Basil with a drive through penalty, but it kicks out of the Bird, gets away well, and takes the lead, heading up the hill into turn 2. So the Bird leads from Deck, and Viking draws alongside the Mercedes, and then Deck stays in second. Then it's Viking Fox, then kicks out the links round the outside of Track, and into 4th, Track 5th. Then you've got Epic Frenchy just ahead of Mr. Poem, who is trying to vie himself up into the top 6 now. He slots behind the Ferrari. And you've got Rusty Bolt battling side by side.